Good day. My name is Dr. Douglas Street. Welcome to another in the series, Achieving Optimal Health. And this evening, we're going to be touching on a very touchy topic, and that has to do with abnormal vaginal odor. Now, women like to feel attractive, of course, and they go to great lengths to achieve that. And they spend a lot of time and money in order to maintain their attractiveness. But one of the things that can cause a woman to feel attractive is if she believes that she has an abnormal vaginal odor. Of course, no matter what she does, it's going to affect the way that she feels about herself, and can even cause a woman to be depressed if she's not getting any resolution to the problem. The vagina, of course, has a natural odor, and even though some person may not realize that, and this is so oftentimes unique to women. So they have a unique odor, of course, and this varies from woman to woman. The strength and nature of the odor also varies, and it can vary even in the same woman, and it can change throughout the cycle of her menses. If there's a change in the vaginal odor, this could mean that there's a change in the mixture of the bacteria that lives inside of the vagina. And it could be several changes. One, it could mean that the dominant bacteria that is supposed to be in the vagina, the numbers might actually be low, or it may be absent. Another change that might occur is that there might be a change in the percentages of the bacteria that are in the vagina, or there may be an abnormal bacteria there. And of course, as this abnormal bacteria might be due to a sexually transmitted infection. So it is very important to have this problem assessed whenever there is any abnormal odor from the vagina. Bacterial vaginosis is one of the most common causes of abnormal vaginal odor. It usually is characterized by a white discharge, which is usually creamy or watery. And of course, it may cause an abnormal odor. Bacterial vaginosis is caused by the low numbers of lactobacillus inside the vagina. Lactobacillus is actually supposed to be the dominant bacteria inside the vagina, but when the numbers fall, other bacteria might flare up, and this may cause a change. You do find sometimes certain bacteria present in bacterial vaginosis, such as this one called mobilincus. But the main problem is really low numbers or absence of the lactobacillus. Now, this may result from inappropriate vaginal care, which we're going to be touching on later. It may also be due to close-fitting clothes or the use of antibiotics. And this can change the environment inside the vagina to one where vaginosis develops. And as we mentioned before, STIs can cause an abnormal vaginal odor. These include chlamydia, gonorrhea, and trichomonas. So whenever there is any abnormal odor, these must be checked for. And sometimes you have to even do a test to see if these bacteria are present, because sometimes by looking, you may not notice anything abnormal. And when you do a test, you find out that they're actually present. Vaginal candidiasis is also a common cause of a change in the vaginal odor. And this one is usually characterized by lumpy discharge, which is usually white or yellow, and can be very itchy. Oftentimes it is recurrent, just as bacterial vaginosis is. It may have a recurrent problem. It may treat it, it may come back frequently, and it can cause a lot of grief for the woman. So it's very important to rectify this problem whenever it arises. And there are some cases where it may be due to foreign body inside of the vagina, and these include a forgotten tampon, or it may be a fragment of a condom, of a broken condom. So of course, as I said, examination is very important to eliminate these possibilities. And there are some women who just believe they have an abnormal odor, even when there isn't any. And sometimes this may be due to some kind of psychological problem. And of course, this woman may need a lot of assurance, and sometimes it may need to be assessed for for psychological problems. Now, we're going to be looking at how to take care of the vagina, the do's and don'ts. We're going to be looking at how to care for the vagina. And this is an area that women, tend to not understand how to take proper care of. So we're going to be looking at some of the do's and don'ts. Now, many women tend to over clean the vagina actually, not understanding that some of the practices that they undertake are actually harmful rather than helpful. One of the things that women tend to do that cause harm to the vagina is douching. Douching is actually a harmful practice, and it usually involves flushing the vagina with a fluid mixture. And this often involves using the use of vinegar and water, baking soda, or even iodine. Some women douche as a regular part of their cycle, like after their period, they may want to feel nice and clean, so they douche. Sometimes they may think that that is an odor, so they want to clean it out. They may think that it can prevent them from having STIs, and they may douche as a result of that, or in order to try to prevent pregnancy. And of course, these practices are harmful because not only can they alter the mixture of the bacteria inside the vagina, they may also actually flush harmful bacteria into the cervix and inside of the womb. So it's really not something that is supposed to be done. Many women do not understand that the vagina actually can clean itself. As you know, it's turned downwards. So whatever is produced inside the vagina will actually come out, and you don't need to go inside and fetch it. It will flow out on its own. So there's no need for us to try to clean the vagina because this can cause more harm than good. Other practices that can do harm to the vagina is wearing of tight-fitting clothes, and also the wearing of panty shields. Panty shield wearing is a very common practice, and some women do it every single day. Panty shields are supposed to only be worn as a backup. For example, around the times of your period, like when the period is starting or when it is ending, when you don't need to use a pad, or if you're using a tampon, then it can be used in that sense. But it is not something that is to be used on a daily basis. Heat that gets trapped down in the vaginal region can cause a change in the mix of the bacteria, and this can actually predispose them to having problems like yeast infections and also bacterial vaginosis, as we mentioned before. So it's not a good practice at all. Other practices is, of course, wearing underwear that is unclean, and this is not good at all either. Other practices that may cause harm to the vagina is not ensuring that whatever goes inside is clean, and this can also cause abnormal bacteria to grow inside the vagina. So whether the fingers or any other implements, you should ensure that it is clean. Women who have multiple partners will actually have a greater chance of this happening as well. So therefore, this is not something that is practiced, that should be practiced. Some women, when they are bathing, they tend to overclean, as I mentioned before. Some women, when you use soap and water and they wash inside the vagina, it's not a good practice at all. Some women even use bleach and disinfectants inside the vagina. It should not be. It is harmful, and even though you might feel nice and clean afterwards, but you pay the price because it can lead to abnormal discharge from the vagina. So what should really be done? What we'd encourage is that women should wear, especially those who have problems like vaginal bacterial vaginosis, you should wear light-colored underwear, and it should be of natural fiber like cotton. Artificial fiber underwear also trap heat. You should, when cleaning the vagina, only the outside should be cleaned. It should not attempt to go inside to clean. Cleaning should only be done at the outside. Whatever is inside the vagina will flow out, so all that needs to be done is to is to clean on the outside. And of course, healthy practices of eating is helpful because these will encourage the healthy bacteria to grow inside the vagina. And sometimes you have to use supplementation of this healthy bacteria called probiotics. These actually can help to encourage a healthy environment inside the vagina. So having foods and supplements with probiotics, such as yogurt, may be helpful in maintaining the health of the vagina. So I hope that this talk may prove helpful to all women out there. That women are involved in these harmful practices, and therefore you should try and desist and ensure that the vagina is well taken care of. No over cleaning. Thank you very much.